Hello, I'm Christine. If you're seeing this, there may be a message in it for you. How are we doing? Yeah, same. Boy, oh boy. Let's just say I pulled the Tower as my own personal card this morning, but don't worry. When I pulled a card for this reading today, just now the Magician popped out, flew right to the floor face up. So that's gotta be, or upright and face up. That's gotta be a good sign. So let's get into it. If you're here, thank you for joining. I've asked Spirit to send this to get it in front of whomever needs to see it whenever they need to see it. Gonna ground myself, gonna get in the zone. What does this lovely collective that I am reading for need to hear today? Because I think there's a lot of shifting going on. And if I'm picking up on the energy correctly, it's sort of like you're going in as somebody and coming out as someone else. You know, like a makeover scene, except not necessarily physically, though that certainly could be part of, like a glow up, I guess is the more modern equivalent. Getting very glow up energy, but not in your face on social media way, right? Like more of in, like people are gonna kind of go like, huh? When they see you, because there's something about your energy that's really shifted. Let's see what comes out. Hello. The Page of Cups, a happy surprise. Okay, so we've got the Magician, the Page of Cups. It really is bouncy energy today. There's a lot of, there's a lot of bubbling up. Speaking of, I can't pick it up. Bubbling up. Speaking of, with the fish coming out of here. Yeah, cups are emotions, right? So let me get some clarity on this. We've got some, it's definitely some kooky energy. It's definitely some raw potential energy. No, that doesn't want to come out. Okay, let's see. Maybe there's a different... Ooh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pull a Wild Whiskers Oracle because, I feel like the last couple days we haven't had too many... the animals and I haven't had too many encounters. I feel like for a while there I was seeing animal encounters day after day after day, and it almost felt like it was leading up to something. And yeah, like we're on the other side of that now. So I don't know, I'm curious if anything comes out. All right, I'm gonna pull an Animal Oracle. This is the Wild Whiskers deck. It's really, really beautiful. Created by Finalora. Oh, somebody wants to come out. Let's see, what do we got? Calm Chameleon. Oh my God, the jumping around. Calm Chameleon, versatility, camouflage, and agility. 3/3 on the timer. Okay, I'm loving this. Careful creature cloaked in colors. Bless my heart with peace and patience. Yes, it's like you're blending into the wallpaper, but not in the way of like you're disappearing. Although with the Magician, it is a sort of a disappearing act, but you're coming back as this like, you just don't want it. You're changing kind of in private. Like, and it's because you're not needing the validation, and it also, for some of you, could be that you find it easier to have, yeah, that's what I'm feeling. For a lot of you is that it's easier to transform in private rather than, sometimes that's what you need, right? Rather than outsourcing validation, or not even, I don't even mean to paint such a negative picture. It could also be, sometimes of change call for community support and family support and closeness with friends and partners, and some transformations require that Hermit that we pulled yesterday, 4, 5, 6 on the timer. Wow, the calm chameleon, camouflage and versatility. That's what's kind of happening, right? Like we're in this shifting space, and the magician, like we are deciding who we're going to be. And the craziest part is like you're realizing you have the agency to be whoever you want to be and to do whatever you want to do, obviously within reason. I mean, not even within reason, right? But like, listen, treat others, you know, be nice. But yeah, there's like this magical, like, whoa, we're realizing we do have the reins, even when we feel like we got kicked in the ass, or like there's a setback from the outside world. Okay, we've got the Queen of Swords. Oh my God. Queen of Swords in reverse, hiding behind it, the moon, okay? I pulled the moon this morning as well for a short spread I did for this reading, actually. The Queen of Swords reversed. Okay, so Queen of Swords reversed often indicates overly harsh, maybe even cruel language, words that could be spoken by another person. This could be bitter arguments. This could be hurtful things that were said and did damage. And with the moon here behind this, yes, you have been rewiring in secret. You've been rewiring under the light of the moon, because that's just how you may have some Aquarius placements in your chart. This is also Pisces energy, so very heavy Pisces energy, and Scorpio, frankly. We've even got this like lobster scorpion situation happening, just like this underground. And not all of us, like I'm a triple air sign, like not all of us are comfortable with that kind of thing. And you know, with the Queen of Swords reversed, I'm also wondering if part of this transformation was like, you may have had to keep people at bay. You may have been keeping other people at bay and saying, I don't have time, bandwidth, space. And there was no other option. Like you needed the space, you needed the solitude, you needed the, yeah, the moon especially. Something here about rewiring, becoming more agile, becoming more versatile for your own good, though, not for anybody else. And that's part of it too, right? Like it's under cover of darkness, because you're not just out here performing. You don't have the energy for that anymore. You're also not out here doing this for anyone else. Ooh, I just got a big shiver. That's the thing, right? You're not out here doing this for anyone else, and therefore you've become very in tune with whose energy you have the bandwidth for and whose you don't, and you've just had to be that just very, very decisive, sometimes maybe even bordering on like having to be aggressive with your language, or maybe more assertive than you're used to, especially if you were raised in a way where like asserting yourself at all. Huge throat chakra. Whoa. Wow. Yeah, some of you might be really getting your shit together. And by that I mean you're getting your shit aligned. Like you're like getting your stuff sorted, situated. You're not messing around. You're not letting people in who when you don't have the time for them. There's a time and place, and you're not letting people run the show anymore. And that's the big difference. Wow, this is like really good stuff, guys. I'm feeling so proud of you and like overwhelmed a little bit with this energy, because it is very transformative, very powerful. I'm trying to decide what last, maybe one, you know, we're going to get one Cosmic Comfort. Oops. Because I just find this to be Cosmic Comfort by Yumi Sakugawa. Okay, let's see if there's anything that this collective... I'm so proud of you all, by the way, because whatever work that you're doing on yourself is not easy, and it can be really challenging to put those boundaries up and set space aside for yourself when other people feel that they need you. But trust yourself. Trust that like what you're working on is worth the wait, and the people who are going to stick around for you and see this new version of you, this magician, like disappearing act and chameleon, like you show up, you know, as a higher version of yourself. The people who stuck around and resonate with this newer version of you, those are the ones that that matter anyway. So it's like you're not in a place where you're worrying about, oh, I have to make sure this person's not upset so that they stay around. Like, we're past that, right? Like, that's not how this operates anymore. Like, you just trying to figure out which card it is. Hold on. Ooh. We've got interesting. We've got collective future dreaming. We do not have to inherit the future created by the past. The future decided generations ago by unjust power that denied the well-being of the whole. We can consciously imagine, dream, download, generate, co-create, collaborate, manifest new visions and new paradigms of the future. A future we desire for ourselves and our communities, one that calls in new patterns of being, healing, mending, empowering, connecting. Dare to believe what is possible for our collective future with every fiber of your being. Live as though this collective future dream is not only possible, but inevitable. That's powerful stuff, okay? Like, look, all these little folks holding hands, they each have these little like power, they each have these little 12 on the timer. I think what's happening here is so many of us are evolving so rapidly, and so there's, I think, a lot of shadow stuff, shadow work. You could be working on shadow work, therapy, you know, any sort of EMDR, even a journaling practice, which I always recommend, you know. Yeah, so collective future dreaming, coming back to ourselves and finding these ways of attuning, aligning, recalibrating. That's what it is. You're recalibrating, you're rewiring. And that's where I got the Aquarian thing from, because in my mind, like I resonate very much with an Aquarius, where it's like kind of pulled, like see the big picture, right? This is a very Aquarian card, actually, because collective future dreaming. Oh, we have a full moon in Aquarius, 1313 on the timer. Coming up on the 29th of July, and that might be something to look into, because that'll, I'm getting chills on my scalp when I say that. That'll be a lot of illumination, especially confirmation, indigestion. It's not catching on. Yeah, like, don't just, the way to heal the future is to just know in your bones that it's inevitable, that we are, as we work on ourselves, we're healing each other, okay? As we heal ourselves, we heal each other. And as we're going inward, taking this time, cutting out, you've probably had to cut ties, right? With that reverse Queen of Swords, like cutting ties with people who were damaging to you and just were not letting you move forward in the way your soul needed to advance. And the reason you're able to do this is because you know, you have the understanding now, you have this like downloaded understanding now that by healing yourself, you are healing everyone else. So it's worth it, whether people are rude, whether people are, you know, I don't know, talking about you behind your back, whether like someone is giving you the cold shoulder, whatever it might be. Like, you just kind of realize those things are not as, you're able to zoom out and like realize that for the collective, like that shit doesn't matter anymore. Like, you're able to let stuff like that slide off your back. Wow. And because it's for something bigger, it's not just about us and our petty little dumb stuff. And like the last few years have shown all, well, I was gonna say all of us, certainly not all of us. Some people have gotten like so zoomed in because of that fear, right? But a lot of us are like waking up and realizing like, oh, we just have to like be 15-15 on the timer, like be that collective. That's the only way to create that future peace, abundance, like a collective future of just the kind we want, right? The kind we all want, is to just embody that. That's the only way. It's not by pushing and controlling outside forces. It's just not. We've tried that. It doesn't work. Wow. Okay. Whew. On that note, thanks for joining me today. I feel called to just pull a crystal. What do we have? Oh, I've been thinking about this deck all day. Crystal Struck Tarot. I'm going to pull one card for us just to move about our day. And as we go forward, I kind of like to end on a little bit of a, I don't know, just like a little talisman or guidance or some sort of wisdom. So let's see what we've got from this beautiful crystal deck. On this, I like the inside of the lid. It says the magic is in you. That's so true. And that is where the power comes from, right? Like even with crystals, even with divination, any sort of this stuff, it's like you realize like, oh, it's coming through me via these tools. Wow. Oh my God. You're kidding me. Okay. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Sorry, I got so lost in this imagery too. Look at this. Bumblebee Jasper. I'm also picking up on a lot of, speaking of Nine of Pentacles and this beautiful stone here, solar plexus issues or like blockages or like maybe you're having like rumblings or like strange like energy sensations, like kind of here where your solar plexus is. What is this called? Technical term. That's just something I've been getting a sense of, like, and that chakra is associated with the color like yellow and is all about self-identity, self-embodiment. Nine of Pentacles, and we've pulled this card so many times, right? This is like, again, the embodiment of your own personal fulfillment, like being in your garden and seeing the fruits of your labor. We've also got the Hanged One, and I love this card. How light, first of all, how light. I've been getting a lot of wolf imagery coming through, so if wolves are something that, I mean, with the moon especially, like that imagery for some reason has been so prominent in my mind lately. The moon, the wolves, but how light here we have, and then I love that for the Hanged One they use a pendulum. And how powerful is that too, to think like the Hanged Man is seeing things from a different perspective. So to have a pendulum, to say yes, no, maybe, and it can change. And again, it's a tool of divination that really like you are the one giving the answer from a higher source, your higher self, spirit, divine, whatever you want to call it. As I look at this, I think you are about to have the winds of change shift in your favor. And I think it's the work you've been doing behind the scenes. I think it's the upgrades under cover of darkness, and it's nothing nefarious, right? And people are probably talking, like people are probably like, what is up? Because you are having this sort of like glow up moment, but you're not putting it in anyone's face. But it's more about your energy than anything, and you're just not giving a damn about the people that don't deserve it. I think you're about to have the winds of change shift in your favor. I think you're about to get a lot more clarity here. And the moon imagery, look at how light, and the moon coming out twice for this reading. Yeah, there's something deep coming up, I think. and maybe a lot of very deep healing is what I'm sensing. Like a lot of very deep stuff that you're realizing you're able to handle, and it's only coming up now because you're able to handle it now. And people are kind of just like wondering what's going on. And it does give you this allure, right? Like, look at this guy. And he's like surrounded, encased in his magic and his wishes and his abundance. And he's just like chilling. Enjoying life. Yeah, this is really, really wonderful energy, folks. If any of these resonate with you, like Howlite, Bumblebee, Jasper, you may want to get a pendulum. And if you have one, or if you don't have one, look into getting one and use that. That's really also a good tool just to really feel into how you deep down, align with things or not. Okay, wow. Thanks for a powerful reading, folks. I can't even blame Mercury for that anymore. Love you so much. And if you want to continue to be part of this fun little group of energy that we are, swirling around together, hit like, hit subscribe, and stay tuned. Love you.